I was like, the music keeps going. It's like just I'm speaking and it's singing hello.
Honestly, it's like a lullaby. I was like ready to like drift off to sleep. I was
Well, I
like,
no.
I'm freaking tired. I'm
Um,
tired.
I may have taken an almost 2-hour nap today in between meetings because there was the most delightful, crazy thunderstorm outside of my window. Like, boom, just it was amazing. And I'm one of those people that I can't sleep without a TV. You very much know this. And I
Yeah,
literally
I
was like,
can't either.
TV off, and I just was like, no. But I had problems falling asleep, which you also know that. This is how friends communicate about our sleep patterns. But I had watched this like TikTok a couple of days ago, and it seems to be working. It's a mind confusing technique. So instead of like laying there going, oh my God, I want to go to sleep. So this doctor, like sleep study doctor, he said, if you're struggling to go to sleep or you're like ready to go to sleep, you have to confuse your brain. And so what you do, and I can't remember the actual like terminology of it, what you do is you think of a random word like plate or bottle or phone, whatever. And for each one of the letters of that word, you then create other words. So if it was plate, P, what words start with the letter P? Pine cone, poop, paparazzi. You know, like you come up with these. I know poop. I said poop on the air. I'm gonna keep saying it.
No, I immediately was like pissed.
Yeah, because you're a dirty girl.
I'm
Puppy.
5.
We
I'm
should have
like
both said puppy.
5
Fanta.
years old.
You know, but you come up with different words for every letter. And if you get to the end of the word, then you create a different word or you create longer words. So I'm like, and I will say I've been using it for the last couple of days and I've just, or like in the middle of like, I wake up in the middle of the night, I just do that. It's crazy. It is crazy. But
I
hello.
bought my first Halloween fleece fuzzy blanket of the season.
Yeah.
I've been loving that.
I
So
with my vampire fangs blanket every night, and then for some behind the scenes footage, this is what I wear on my lap during every podcast episode. It's from Hallow Scream, and it's a bloody skull, and that's my blankie.
I need to invest in like a floor cushion because this does not do my back well. But I went to TJ Maxx the other day, just
Okay.
like because I was in the TJ Maxx area.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm gonna look for a new York bag. Because I wanted something a little bit bigger than the New
So
York bag that I have
yeah.
every time.
Well, and for those of you guys that don't know, Amber also carries her bag of bags.
I
Which
do.
is very impressive because she'll have a bag and then she's like, do you need a bag? And she could literally give a bag to about 20 people on the street for us to then have our own bag of bags.
Yeah, so I got a new backpack.
Well,
It's
let me
super
see.
cute. It's Isaac Mizrahi.
Gotta love it.
It's super cute. It's
We are
got
not
lots of
sponsored by Isaac Mizrahi, but thank you.
like
If they'd like to sponsor us, they can.
thank you for your contribution to queer culture. If
I will
you know,
but I will tell you, I have found my favorite New York bag is Kipling because it's all weather. It's a crossbody, like a thick, like canvas thing. It fits a water bottle. It fits my charger, like my actual what? Oh, she's giving me the finger. Yes.
I haven't gotten to my favorite part about the bag yet.
Oh, go on. Let's hear. Let's see. It has a cooler section in it.
It has an insulated part. Because I've been like bringing like snacks with me, like
Yes.
you know what I mean. Like I'm coming from a distance. I like
And
to
if
bring
we're
snacks.
taking to go from Dee Soup
I like
Dumpling,
to bring snacks home with me. Like
you also have done that.
it just seemed like it made the most sense at this point in my New York traveling adventure to have a way to.
I have to get creative. So when I head into the city in a couple of weeks, because Nothing Like Broadway is opening off Broadway, but also a couple of other shows that I'm working on. And Broadway Flea, which, by the way, our signups will be available for personal shopping starting tomorrow. Keep an eye out for those in the groups. But Broadway Flea is like a little over a month away. Oh my God, how did that happen? For those of you that don't even know, and Amber, this is always my fun fact. Do you remember that not only was it your first Flea, but I didn't know I had a concussion when I was
Yes.
got into a car accident, was still adrenaline pumped, and went to New York like 36 hours later to do Broadway Flea. For those of you that don't know Broadway Flea, it is for Broadway Cares Equity Fights AIDS and our dear friends over there. It is a large, giant, essential garage sale. Amber, how would you describe it as your first time last year?
It is like a neighborhood yard sale.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that because everyone comes out of a theater. They have like merch that they might have sold or special stuff. It's all about like people have signed things. Sweeney Todd, was it 2 years ago? Oh my God, that's so crazy. Had the chopping block, the butcher's block that Mrs. Lovett would wax. So you could see like the knife marks, and like Annalie had signed it.
Last year they had BB's plunger.
Yes, we had the plunger signed by BB Newworth that we picked up for one of our members. And something fun we got to do last year, which was a surprise to us, and shout out to Broadway Cares and Fran for arranging it, is we were called over to like Schubert Alley area because it takes place Schubert Alley and on the other outsides. And she's like, "Here, come over here." And we walk in, and it's Neil Patrick Harris just standing there.
So
and
fun.
I'm like, "Whoa,
so cool, yeah."
Hello, Doogie Howser.
Right.
And he was so kind, and we got a chance to tell him about the Broadway Fan Club, and he get that little shout out that we'll play out to our socials again. To me, like, I don't like a lot of like people claustrophobic with like my anxiety and PTSD, but I don't feel people claustrophobic when I'm there because you can kind of navigate.
I feel like it's no different than like any other New York situation.
Yeah. Do you remember what we did last year after it?
No.
So we had been invited to do some stuff for, I can't even think right now. Words. My brain is so, I'm just going to stop talking. This is great. Water for Elephants at the Imperial. I really wanted to be, I wanted to be like World Elephant Day. I have no idea where that was coming out of my brain. That was a couple days ago, but we went over to the theater because we were running the fan group for the show. We still do. And we got to go over to the booth, and Kyle was there selling, and Izzy was there. A lot of the cast was there. So we gave him our bracelets from our Etsy shop, which I'll show you guys in a second because that was fun. And then right next door was Hadestown, and Jordan Fisher was there. So Jordan's standing up on a chair causing all sorts of chaos and pandemonium because he's like talking to people, and it's like the Beatles, like Broadway Beatles. But so we went across the street. We went to see Water for Elephants. And I had given Amber the heads up that sometimes, and I can't even say sometimes, every time at Flea, when the show's like when Flea is over, a lot of people don't want to take stuff back to the theater or to the storage. So what do they do, Amber? What did you learn last year?
They just leave stuff behind.
And they leave stuff behind in like garbage bags and boxes. Sometimes there's a table. And it's a free-for-all. So in years past, I was able to get like Alton Fitzgerald Brown's book, My Pride. The Wicked staff actually gave me a portable printer from their digital camera, which I thought was crazy and like super nice of them as they were leaving. But last year, Amber and I came out of the Imperial, and I was like, "There's trash bags across the street." And we're like, "Oh, do we do that? Because there's like a bunch of people and it looks pretty dirty." No. Do you remember what we found?
I think I walked by and I was like, "Heather, this is where the Phantom leggings were."
And so there were like bags of shirts. Like there was an Avenue Q shirt that I was really excited about. There was some like Equity shirts and like a Hamilton pen. And then Amber and I hit the ever-loving mother load of Phantom costumes that are right outside of my door. If anyone wants them, you guys let me know. It was all of the leggings from Masquerade, like the scene Masquerade at Phantom of the Opera that were worn by the performers with the
not Masquerade that's happening now.
Not Masquerade that's happening now.
To be clear.
But, correct. Masquerade the scene in Phantom of the Opera, which is my favorite scene. But the leggings of all the dancers from that scene, I mean, with the tag of the performer, everything signed in and out, like perfectly washed and on hangers. And I'm like, oh my God, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Oh my God. Scenery Bags has hit us up. Still waiting to go through that because maybe they're going to be making some cool stuff out of it. So I have like a stack of leggings that were on people's bodies from a trash can in the middle of the city.
So funny.
But they're real. So that's so fun. And we could talk more about Broadway Flea, but let's just get started. First off, welcome to the Broadway Fan Club podcast. Thank you for joining us on this Monday evening. I know this week's been crazy, like a little wacky.
Very weird. Yeah, very wild.
Like Broadway related, off-Broadway related, personal related, like just crazy stuff.
I have caffeine.
I have water.
Basically been in a coma.
I have water because I've been basically drinking sweet tea from Buc-ee's the whole weekend. And I had a terrible blueberry lavender mimosa yesterday morning at brunch. The server was like, it's only my second day. He refused to get help. The thing came out and it was like just almost black. And for the whole rest of the day, all I tasted was lavender and it was like burning. So it was not great. Yeah, I took my mom into St. Augustine this weekend and we did a ghost tour and that was super fun because it's very theatrical. You would have liked it. Not as fun as our friend Ed in Salem doing our vampire tour last year. We need a redo of that.
I know.
Maybe we should look into some Halloween dates for Salem if you're not dog sitting and we're not theatering. But yeah, so there's a lot of controversy happening right now, and I think our best method that we found to be true is to just kind of hit it head on. Like, we really want to stay as neutral as possible. We clearly are very opinionated people. So we like to provide the facts, but we also, appreciate a little bit of, feedback too. Like, if you guys really want to get into it in the chat. Like, if you want to message people, that's fine. If you don't agree with us, I mean, we're not really giving you our main opinion. We're just presenting facts. Like, that's cool too. And that kind of goes like, I'll do like a group thing for a second. Facebook's been doing this weird thing and it's totally fine. Meta's got their reasons for it, but we have a lot of group chats in our groups. Like, we actually created chat rooms and, Facebook is now saying, oh, hey, we're making the group chats go away because they're not following the community standards. And it's not just us, it's across the platform. And it's hard for them to control what's being said or done. So we have rules that we have to keep in place. They have come up with a solution. They're creating a whole other messaging platform. But it's like, I think it just goes across the board between the show, between the groups. Like, we're only enforcing what we're asked. Like, we're not being dictators. And I think that's kind of how it is in general, too. Especially something like what we're going to get into at Broadway News. You know, sometimes it's only just presenting the information that can get you, I don't want to say in trouble, but it can cause a little bit of a little divide. So we'll leave it at that. Is that well said, Amber?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's get into the thick of it with some Broadway news, or do we want to start off with our beep 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 favorite post of the week?
Yeah. I mean, we can start with our beep 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 beep.
Sound effects coming soon.
Favorite post of the week.
I think I'm just going to record that. That's going to be your next thing. So go on, Amber. You have some, I'm sure, especially with what's been happening this week. What's been your favorite post?
I do. I have to find it.
Okay. And I will say,
Can I have two? Can I have two?
Of course. I'll give you
Okay.
mine. How about that?
Okay, you give me yours.
Okay. No, I'm saying I'll gift you mine. Like you can have
okay. Got
Did
it.
you find it?
All right. So my first favorite is a post in our Death Becomes Her group that was posted by Anonymous. You did not want to be
Anonymous, like the hacker?
Yes, Anonymous, like the hacker.
Okay.
And they did like a full out drag performance, like with their like friend, and it was like amazing.
Oh yeah.
So cool.
Yeah.
So cool to see that. Loved it.
Yes.
So
Absolutely.
impressed.
Did you find
Very
the other?
awesome. The other was someone in, I have to read the exact quote. This is,
Okay.
it was in response to my, what's your favorite theater moment post? Here we go.
Oh yeah. So Amber came up with this thing because like we really want to generate like just because you're in a Death Becomes Her group or a cabaret group doesn't mean you can't show your fandom in other ways. So I think Amber came up with a great idea to be like, what's your favorite theater moment? I'll share mine too. And Amber, I'd love to hear yours, but go ahead and mention this one.
So in the Just in Time group, shout out to Michelle May, who is this like sweet looking woman who posted that her moment was dancing with Jonathan Groff. And I commented back and said I had been waiting for someone to post that in response to it. And she said, and he placed a big wet Groff sauce kiss on my cheek. I'm coming back next month for more.
Did she get it like permanently like tattooed on her face?
And honestly, it's like the cutest photo. Like I almost want to share my screen.
Go ahead. Did you hear about the Groff sauce, like the actual Groff sauce? So one of our Just in Time members was listening because the cast recording just came out. And they were listening.
I have to go here, I think.
They were listening to the Just in Time Broadway cast recording. And we're making Italian food. So they made like red sauce from scratch. And they're like, I'm officially calling this Groff sauce. And I was like, oh no.
That's so funny.
Did you find it?
Yes. But do you have a favorite post from the week?
I have a couple. I think, and I will not put it out there because it's like I don't want this person to be like stalked. But we have some really supportive parents of our fan groups, like parents of performers or loved ones of like cast and crew, and I thought it was really sweet that one of the parents of one of our gypsy performers was trying to find photos of their child from stage door moments or anything that they could share with them because it's a great way to celebrate their performance. So it's really something cool. Like I love that our community feels so empowered to do that. And it's not like getting hit up for free tickets. I can also say one of my more oh no. Okay, there I am. One of my more favorite
Is it up? Is my screen
post was from today with Nick Walker in our masquerade group because the show that he like did soup to nuts for that performed at the Orlando Fringe like 3 years ago, almost 2 years ago. And I didn't know Nick at that point, but I had it's adorable.
Is this not the
I'll take a moment to enjoy this photo if everybody can see it. Do you want to describe it?
Is it not screen sharing for
She's
everyone?
got the Groff sauce.
I think it's screen sharing for everyone. Is it working? Okay. Perfect.
Yes.
Great.
Yeah. You're delayed now. This is fun. So with Nick Walker, with Whiskeyland, he brought it to Orlando Fringe. And all people in Orlando Fringe heard was there's some guy that was in Hamilton or something that did the show and they shouldn't be at Fringe. And I'm like, it's an independent work of art. Like they're shopping it, like they're trying to see if it works. And it was so cool because I actually got to see the show, and it was kind of like an abridged version because they weren't allowed to perform the whole thing because it had just been picked up to be produced. And now Nick is actually doing the show. I think it's tomorrow at the public, tonight at the public, maybe, and streaming it live because it was completely sold out. And I was like, oh my God, I was there at like almost the beginning. So that's super cool.
That is really cool.
What is your favorite theater moment?
Like of all time?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because right now, like my current favorite, I feel like it changes. Like it's ever evolving. Like I don't know. Like I'm a Sagittarius. Like I can't make up my mind. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Like I just like can't. Like I don't know. Right now, my like current favorite moment, like I just like cannot get enough of is like Audra McDonald's Rose's Turn. I just like I just like I'm absorbing it like with my soul.
You
I'm
don't even
eating
want to
it
know. I
up.
played it for my mom yesterday. I'll tell you that in a moment, but go on.
I'm just like soaking it up in my like I'm soaking I just like I'm soaking it as a sponge. I'm a sponge soaking up every moment of Audra.
Okay.
But like some other big like standout moments were just like, you know, seeing Sweeney on the Broadway stage for the first time. Like that was like a huge like standout moment for me.
And make sure you guys tell us what your favorite theater moments were in the comments too, for sure. We want to hear them.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think one of mine, like, and it's being honest, I think one of my favorite theater moments was the moment that the doors opened when we were in Sunset. And it wasn't even because of the cast and crew being there. It was just the look on your face. Yeah. It was just the most precious thing. I was like, I love this girl so much.
It was like and that was also golden retriever.
Yes, 100%. And that was also the day that we got to do our Christmas gift exchange. And I have my Sweeney Todd shadow box, which I'm obsessed with, which will be on this wall very soon. Very, very soon. But I always use this as an example. And I think it's just the emotion pulled to it is the first show that I returned to after COVID was the touring production of Frozen. And it was here at the Dr. Phillips Performing Arts Center. And as my phone's exploding, my mother says it's lightning and windy. Okay, thank you. Are you there?
Weather.
Uh-oh. Amber.
I'm here.
Weather. Yay. Fun stuff. Okay, we're delayed. This is fun. So we'll just deal with this challenge. I was sitting with a mask on. Obviously, we were required to. Second row center, waiting for Frozen to open up as the first show back. And I didn't realize how much I needed theater. The curtain went up and the tears came down. And it was just that like impact of like being in a theater with people after we were quarantined and kept away from each other and 6 feet of distance. And here I am, I was eating my gummy bears. Like I can remember that moment. I can remember the first moment I ever saw the chandelier at Phantom or, anything to that extent. Like it's those emotional attachments and that like gasp. The first time that Orpheus looked back.
Right.
Like those things, like those
that was like a huge moment.
Yeah, but that still hit to this day. Like when I was at Hadestown a week and a half ago, and everyone, the people in the theater for the 2000s performance, some of them hadn't seen the show, most of them have, but the collective at that moment was just beautiful because people are so in it. Or
even that damn boat sinking and swept away.
Oh yeah, no, that's a very good example. When you feel the wind and everything,
and you see the movement and just like like that whole, it's like it's transformative. It's transformative.
Yeah, it is. It's something that when you experience, you can't go back to that experience. But I think that's why we all gravitate towards the fan communities, towards listening to the cast recordings on repeat, running a podcast to relive our favorite moments. And I'll give out a shout out to Lights on Broadway, Squigs. Here's a moment in the show that you can appreciate. Like you're talking about Sweat, that's what made me think of it, because he just came out with like a card that's the SS little boat, and then everybody's under the water. Just so cool. Like I love this community so much. Let's see. Olivia says, mine was when I was 6 years old. I saw Eartha Kitt in Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella in DC, and she did the pre-show announcement live on stage before the overture. Well, that's cool.
That is a cool one.
Jeffrey Cohen says, singing Happy Birthday to Rachel Welch, or as maybe Raquel Welch, at the stage door when she was in Women of the Year. Okay.
We had some really cool answers that came through.
I love it.
People saw some like really cool opportunity, like had some very cool like opportunities.
Celebrating the debut of both David Marino and Gabby, like when they did Cabaret for the first time together, and delaying my flight by a day so I could be there live like that, and seeing the two of them because they had performed it together in high school, and seeing the two of them embrace it. Come on. Like there's so many cool things in this community that just anyways, moving on.
For sure.
All right, so let's get into this nitty-gritty news right now.
All right.
There's a lot out there.
There is.
Should we start the good news or the bad news, or like the cranky news, like the drama news?
Let's get the cranky drama out of the way.
Should we start with? I mean, it's a twofold with Gypsy and Audra.
That's true.
You want to start with that? Let's start with that.
Sure. Okay.
Go on. I'll let you make the announcement.
I'm in mourning.
She is in mourning. Go on.
Moo moo. I'm like deeply attached to Caroline the cow.
I don't know why you haven't had a dog named Caroline yet.
Caroline the cow, I know.
And then all of the puppies could be moo 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 moo.
Moo moo. So Gypsy on Broadway played its final performance yesterday on Broadway.
Yep.
We have posted all the content in the Gypsy on Broadway fan group. So anything you want to see.
Amber is obsessively posting and resharing whatever she can. And
it's there. So make sure to go check it out. Share your favorite memories with us. We want to know. Yeah. We have lots of family members in the group that want to see your stage door photos, your curtain call photos. So share away. They'd love to see them. We'd love to see them.
Yeah.
Be part of our community and be part of this. Share your experience with us.
Yeah, absolutely. Should I just rip the Band-Aid off after that lovely?
Rip the Band-Aid off.
Let's not be a dick.
Yeah, so the thing happened. That's the thing that we always say not to do.
Always. And I hope I cannot imagine it's going to be. It's not one of our members.
I'm not just blue in the face saying it. Like I'm purple in the face saying it. Like I feel like I'm like I feel like I've said it so many times that like I just
we both have. And let's reiterate this again for people that have not a clue what we're saying. Stage dooring is a privilege. It's not a requirement. It is not expected. The performers don't have to come out for whatever specific reason, whether they have a cold, they have family, they just don't want to. You are not, it still really grinds my gears. I'm going to get real old school here. It grinds my gears. So a year and a half ago, when I was with my friends, the Hittens at Hadestown, and the woman came out and said, I'm going to say it's a bad show because people don't come out the stage. Blah, 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 blah. There are reasons. Roger Bart was followed through the subway, and he was like, nope, screw this.
Alex Brightman.
Daniel Radcliffe had people throwing rocks at his car. Jonathan Groff will not come out to the stage door, one, to protect himself, and two, to protect his voice. But, like, guys, you are not entitled to meet somebody who's in the show. You are going to enjoy the show. You are not paying a ticket price to meet the person that started the show. Yes, will Denzel Washington and George Clooney and Jake Gyllenhaal come out? Absolutely. They are literally paid to do that. Is that going to happen every time? I have no idea. I wouldn't pay $1,000 to go see their shows. Sorry. But Audra McDonald, the mother of Broadway, who is literally putting her entire being into performing as Rose,
and she was sick the last few days. So she's been fighting a cold to put her last everything into her last final days.
Now, when we staged door Gypsy, we did not expect that Audra was remotely going to come out. She did a BB Newworth. She walked through. She said, "Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye." And she went into her car, and people were very appreciative of that. And we got to talk to Leslie Margarita, and, you know, we got to talk to the kids, and that was nice. Joy, the same thing. Do not ever get, my neighbor's going to think I'm crazy. Do not ever think it is in your right, whatever, wherever this mindset is. I hope this person gets the help they deserve. Don't freaking follow someone home to their apartment and approach them in the lobby of their apartment building where they live and demand that they give you an autograph.
Because you paid for a ticket?
No.
That's what they said, apparently. They said, like, they were owed because they paid for a ticket. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. We've made this we've made this connection so many times. Like, would you expect someone to follow you home out of your job? Would you help someone who follows you home out of your job?
I told you what's happening at Masquerade. Like, when I went to Lee's art shop to go get some exterior photos for a Masquerade group, and I was talking to, like, people that were outside, they were like, "Oh, hi." And I'm like, "Oh, hey, sorry, we run the fan group. Like, I know all these people that are here." And it was like, okay, their walls came down a second, because there are people that are literally waiting for Hugh Panero to come in. And it's like, guys, like, don't do this. Like, I'm so like, I've got like heartburn from this. And I hope, and I can't even imagine to be one of our members, because y'all know better. And our listeners, like, but this,
I can imagine it being one guy, not our member, but one guy.
You're talking about the interview guy that also was, like, in Eva's face, that she cursed him out and he was kicked out, and the guy that came over to Little Shop, and literally his photo is hanging. If you go to some of the theaters that we frequent, his photo is hanging inside of a ticket booth saying blacklisted.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think he would I don't think he would put himself into that situation. I think this is another entitled person, unfortunately.
All right.
But don't do it, guys. Like, don't do it. There is no reason to do that. If you want, plain and simple, and you were literally talking to Amber, the queen of sending out a self-addressed stamped envelope and getting autographs on playbills. She is the queen. Amber, how easy is it to do?
It's so easy. If you just want an individual performer, there is like a 99% chance you don't even need to donate anything.
Yep. You just write a letter and you say, "Hi, would love to be able to celebrate this momentous occasion with you," or "Thank you so much.
I appreciate you."
Yes. The show was great. Jonathan Groff, thank you for leaving a big Groff sauce stain on my cheek.
That will never happen. Don't write to Jonathan. You're not going to get anything back. He feels too bad that he can't get back to everybody, so he just does not read any of them. Bad example.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. But, you know, Aaron Tveit, I'm still mad that I didn't get that second one. I'm glad you did. But Aaron, when he went into Sweeney, I wrote to him because I was like, I've been a fan of his, not as much as our friend Jessica. But I really appreciated what he did with the character. And I wrote a letter because I didn't have any signed playbills. Like, I've staged door to be able to say thank you, but I don't care about that stuff. And he was kind enough to send that back. But then to everybody else that he had received letters from, I don't know who did it, but you guys all got like a gift of like another signed photo, which was so sweet.
Yeah, it came from like his fan club, I guess.
But I think, this is something, show the appreciation in a different way.
Yeah.
You don't have to shower people with gifts. Most of the stuff they can't. Oh, and Amber is gone. She left us. Okay. You don't have to feed these people. You don't have, and welcome back, Amber.
I pressed the button.
But you don't have to shower them with gifts. They are providing entertainment for you. It's nice to say thank you. Like when Amber and I stage door, we literally say, hey, we run the fan group. We want to let you guys know that you have a community full of supporters. They're really happy you guys are here. And that means so much to them. You don't have to buy them stuff. If you want to make a Funko Pop,
write them a letter. That probably means
I think that's, and don't type it, write it.
Yeah, that probably means more to them than like,
or something that I like to do is I'll go to the dollar store. I'll go to the dollar store. I'll buy a greeting card that's like a thank you card, or like if it's a holiday card, and use that to write it because it comes with its own envelope.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's nice. You handwrite it. Thank you so much. I really appreciated this, or blah blah blah.
This is what inspired me about your performance.
Right. Or like I see a lot of like school age people will write in and ask them to fill out a survey, which I think is always nice when people do that. Like, what got you into
that is cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So, they don't have to do any of this. So don't come to a show with expectations that you are going to meet the people that are in that show, especially Audra. Like that was a grueling role for her, vocally and emotionally and physically. Just don't be a dick. Anyways, I think I've spent too much time telling people not to be dicks. We just don't stand for it.
We just don't. We don't have time. We don't have time for it.
What other show closed yesterday, Amber?
Speaking of people not being dicks.
Oh, what?
No, I'm just kidding. The other show that closed yesterday.
Joy the Musical closed yesterday.
Joy the Musical off Broadway.
Mop Girl Summer is officially over. But there are things in the works on the back end of things. So make sure you join the fan group. And check it out. Because there's a lot of stuff. But, it's like, okay, summer season is happening here. Okay. Summer season is winding down. We're coming into like the Burr months, my favorite. Things are shaping up a little bit. Did you hear the cool thing that's happening on September 7th, Amber?
I did. I was going to bring it up eventually.
Are we this much of a delay? Oh, okay. Well, we should talk about it now.
Sure. Go for it. Talk about it.
Oh, we're in a big delay. Yeah. No. I mean, delay. Kicking off the Burr months is from the Broadway League. New York City Mayor Eric Adams, New York City Tourism, and the Broadway League are celebrating Broadway, because as they should, with a free concert that I'm so upset I'm going to be missing in Times Square, rain or shine, September 7th. It is titled Founded by Broadway to celebrate the past, present, and future of the beloved New York City Theatrical Institution. It's going to be held at Duffy Square, so where the steps are for TKTS. Also, I will say something for people that don't even think about it. Do you guys know that there is an art installation right under your feet in Duffy Square? Amber, do you know that?
No.
So there's what looks to be a grate, like a storm drain. And it's actually an art installation, and the noises from there are superficial, so they're not real. And then you also right there have the map of all the theaters, which I love. I love putting them out. But
very cool.
So it's an outdoor event, but like listen to this lineup: Aladdin and Juliet, Book of Mormon, Buena Vista Social Club, Cabaret. Let's see what happens there. Which is the only show not tagged. Just bizarre off of Playbill. Chicago, Death Becomes Her, Great Gatsby, Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, Hell's Kitchen, Just in Time, The Lion King, Mamma Mia, Maybe Happy Ending, MJ, Moulin Rouge, Operation Mincemeat, Outsiders, Punch. I don't know what that is. 6, the musical, Stranger Things, The First Shadow, Two Strangers Carry a Cake Across New York, and Wicked. Now, all of these shows are musicals except for Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. Yes. Yeah. Yes.
I was going to ask, how is Harry Potter and the Cursed Child and Stranger Things going to do with McDougal? Because they're not musicals.
I don't know. It's going to be individual performers. So
are they going to do like a skit?
That's a terrible noise. Don't do that again.
A skit?
I can only imagine. So I'm. It's a concert, but I'm going to imagine that they're either going to feature somebody as like a presenter, or maybe they're going to sing, but they are representing their show.
Okay.
Yeah. Should we get into the next drama, or do you have something else for Broadway news?
No, I like go for the gold. Drama.
I don't want to go for the gold. I really don't know if I can get the words out. I'm gonna let you go with that one. Love you.
So I feel very, I honestly,
but
honestly and truly feel like in this situation, to a degree, Billy Porter was kind of almost set up to get some form of hate and pushback from the get-go, which is absolutely unfair.
It's interesting you say that. So,
however,
yes, go on.
He just is not making this situation easier or better for him in any way. Like, he's regularly making it worse and worse, and making the most offensive thing he could possibly do. I don't know.
I'm going to add fuel to this fire, and you guys will pick up on what we're about to put down in a moment. Just fuel for the thought. Or I can't even words. Words do not want to come out of my mouth when it comes to the stressful bullshit. So, Billy Porter, controversial, yes, was already controversial doing Cabaret in the West End. Yes, people were like, oh, blah, blah, he's not off book, his voice sounds terrible, blah, blah, blah. Cast here with Maurice Wallace and our dear friends over at the Kit Kat Club, I don't even know if it's that he's going against PR and just doing whatever Billy Porter pleases, because he is very outspoken. There is a level of control that a show has over it.
Right.
And I really, devil's advocate, am going, is this all for marketing? Because, God, I hope it's not, because it will be very painful. Because there is just no stopping the nonsense and the hatred coming out of his mouth. And we're talking about it. And people are, it's like, I feel like it's like when Adam would tell people to shut up after a certain song that is also now being referenced by Billy Porter. If you could see her, people would on purpose, I cannot speak, because people would on purpose go in there with the intention of being an asshole and laughing or making an inappropriate comment at a very specific moment of the show. And it's a line, she wouldn't look Jewish at all. And people would make this comment, and then Adam would give him a look and say something to them like, don't do this. And people wanted that attention. It's like a bully. Whatever kind of attention they're getting is good attention, because it's attention for them. Whether it's good or bad, it doesn't matter.
Right.
And I don't know, on a PR side of things and on a marketing side of things, and I'm talking about myself, I would never allow that to happen.
Yeah.
I don't care what kind of contract you have. The nonsense coming out of his mouth has been nonstop hateful. What is the point of happening? Now, one, in the CBS radio or CBS News interview that we talked about a couple weeks ago at this point, he made the comment of blacks replacing Jews, quote unquote, about the show. In Cabaret, a story very much about the Nazis and Jews. I'm Jewish. It's a show that has been part of, like, that is one of my shows that has always been important because it kind of tells the history of what my family has been through in Nazi Germany. It's a very profound show that I think is really important. It speaks to today's political standpoints. Whatever side you're on, I think it's important for everybody to learn not to be an asshole and hateful for a specific group of people. You cannot replace a group of people with another group of people that are criticized. If you do that, you're taking that initial impact for that group of people. So there is a lot of power and pride, but like, don't take it away from someone else. We've already focused on that in another conversation. The new controversy after these comments and the Jim Crow movement, and he's playing an American, and now people are talking about Marisha's performance where she's almost faking the London accent, and they're trying to see when she delivers a line like, "You can't ask me any personal questions," to Cliff. She's responding where people are finding like maybe she's also American, faking this British accent. So it's causing a lot of controversy. The comment that has come out of Billy Porter's mouth this time, if it wasn't all over the social webs, I would be like, maybe it was misunderstood. Amber, do you want to say it?
The quote from the lyric of the song. Well, his lyric.
Yeah. So the initial quote, the initial lyric is,
"She doesn't look Jewish at all."
Which is to speak about, it's the scene where he is dancing with the person in the gorilla suit, and it's talking about it's supposed to resemble different facial structures or different mannerisms of someone who's Jewish. And it's so controversial, but if you could look past the physical things or the stigmas that are put out there, you could truly see who she is as a person and why he loves her. So he makes that statement, if you could only see her, she wouldn't look Jewish at all, meaning she would just look like everybody else, and you wouldn't judge her just because of her religion. And the line that Billy Porter has most recently used as of this weekend is?
So we haven't, quite
It's coming from multiple people across the community, so it's not
flub or not. Like, if it was a mistake,
or if it was a calculated risk,
or if it was a mistake. Someone on Reddit said that it was probably a mistake, but it was a mistake that he made because he doesn't think it's an important or an interesting part of the material, which I think is probably the case.
And he has been very outspoken, especially during the show. And if you have seen Billy Porter's MC performance in New York for Cabaret, please feel free to shout out in the comments.
So he said she wouldn't be Jewish at all.
She wouldn't be Jewish at all. So he's come out and said lines like where there's supposed to be like a giggle, and the way that his delivery is, people are not laughing. So he'll come out and he'll actually break character and turn to the audience member and say, "It's okay. You don't have to laugh. I didn't write the line." So it's completely taking you out of the fantasy, out of the show, and making a comment about the writing. What? And then he's presenting this line, instead of she wouldn't look Jewish at all, she wouldn't be Jewish at all. Whether it's a flub or not, the fact that he has consistently, since before coming on as the MC in New York, been interviewed and been very outspoken as to his feelings, thoughts, and opinions as to what his MC is going to bring. Now, there are liberties that are taken by each MC. The MC doesn't necessarily have to be a full singing role. That's a big thing. That's a little bit of controversy. A lot of people are saying, well, he doesn't have the right voice for it. The MC is not traditionally known to have this beautiful, it's not a sung through role. It's more of that impact. But when you do have, I mean, even going to Joel Grey, but when you do have people like Eddie Redmayne, has a nice voice. He's not known for his voice. He was known for his
Right.
singing and his puppeteering, puppeteering as far as his movements. Adam, rock star, gorgeous voice. Orville Peck, country rock star, gorgeous voice. Billy Porter, known for his performances, not necessarily his singing voice. He does have a singing voice. It's just not as pristine as two rock gods.
Right.
So people are kind of picking on him for that. But it's so bizarre because there's even people out there in the community from the West End, and I'm not going to say any names, who are on Billy Porter's side. As far as saying that, quote, the blacks have replaced the Jews, which blows my mind. Like, don't take that away from people. And other things. He's saying that he has the right to say that because of his interpretation as the MC. Sure, if it's a local show, sure. You can talk about that with your production guests. If this is a produced show on Broadway, that just the theater alone was a $22 million investment to completely renovate the August Wilson, you should not have that kind of power. And I have a hard time believing that you do.
Right.
So,
as someone who's not a producer, like maybe if you were a producer.
Yeah, well, right. Producer, director, investors with a producing team, writer, book writer, anything. And Olivia brings up a good point. She says, I have a feeling that's another reason why sales have been going down as well. You sent me the seating chart for last week. It was empty. It was empty. Now, Cabaret, they haven't recouped like they should have. But it is hard to keep up with this new trend of Broadway making, like, the patrons making demands for these stunt castings. You bring in Adam Lambert, you have all the Lamberts. You bring all the Orville Peck, you get all the Orville Peck fans. You bring all Lee Cravallo, you have people that grew up with, freaking Moana. Eva's great, but she has a Broadway following. She has more of a theater following.
Right.
So they can't keep up with the you guys, not you guys, but people that are attending theater shows are saying, it's so expensive. I would have loved to have gone seen Goodnight and Good Luck, but it was $1,000 a ticket. And I'm not picking on O'Mary, but O'Mary is doing these like pretty stunt casting kind of shows now too. And it's so expensive. It's like $400 a ticket.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe Happy Ending was, and I'm not saying Andrew Barth Feldman was a stunt casting choice, but it is literally Helen's real life boyfriend and a great performer, but people are throwing a fit about it. And it's like, we're damned if we do and we're damned if we don't.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
So, and I hope that Cabaret doesn't close early. I hope that in the 11th hour that they say, oh, for 2 weeks only before they head to the West End, Eva and Reeve will be performing to close out the Cabaret by popular demand of an extension. Is that going to happen? Probably not. Is that what I'd love to see happen? Yes. Why? Because I don't want to have to pay to go to the West End. But I will.
I don't even think that Reeve and Eva could have saved the New York production.
I think they could have if they came in instead of Billy. And Marisha's great.
But I don't think so.
But look at the Hadestown followers.
I know, but I don't think that they alone could have sold the tickets that Cabaret needed to.
And they just need to bring Ellen Cumming in.
Honestly, because I think.
What do you think, Amber?
I'm going to get in trouble.
Do it. It's fine.
I think that Eva made a big, big boo-boo.
Oh, go on.
And I think she never should have opened Gatsby on Broadway, and she should have opened Cabaret on Broadway, and she would have taken it.
Fair. I think it was done strategically so that this can be done. It was just an introduction in West End. And Olivia brings up a fair point too. Olivia is on top of it tonight. Based in Alexander Park.
Yeah.
Come to the show, because what a lovely job they did in the West End.
I
mean,
don't
you
like
and I
the
were
US at this. I
even
feel like they
before,
don't like the US at this point politically.
fair. But also, like, I wish that our climate was more kind.
Right.
Because
I don't
remember when we were
I
trying
don't
to figure
blame
out,
them for staying
yeah.
in London.
But remember when this show came out and we were looking when Eddie was going to be leaving, we're like, ooh, who are they going to bring? Ooh, it should be
Yeah.
Mason. Oh my God, that'd be so cool. Oh my God, blah, blah, blah. And then it was Adam. We're like, whoa, that's really cool. And then we're like,
Yeah.
okay, who's next? Orville, okay, great. So it's going to be like, who's going to be next? Because, like, how do you freaking top that? And it felt like we went right back to the beginning, and if even less. So I'm sad.
Yeah.
I don't want to keep talking about it because it's so draining. Let's talk about some happy stuff, shall we? We'll take a
Yeah.
couple minutes and talk about it. What's on the Broadway news that's happy as I hydrate? Happy hydration.
Our sweet, sweet, sweet baby angel child, Jasmine Amy Rogers, is
I love her.
booked
Yes.
and blessed. She will be headed to the off-Broadway Spelling Bee revival that will be heading to New World Stages.
I'm so excited about that.
So
Oh my God. I love her so much.
if you, like many of us, are now a Jasmine and Amy Rogers stan after Boo,
Super fan. Holy crap.
go check her out in Spelling Bee at New World Stages because it's going to be amazing.
Yeah. New World Stages, y'all. Like, I was just having this conversation. I'm not going to mention the person I was talking to earlier tonight, which is probably one of the coolest things I've had the opportunity to have a conversation about. But New World Stages has been like one of my favorite venues since the early 2000s when I got to see my dear friend Scott Porter perform in Altar Boys. Okay. It was my first time. My family was living in Jersey. I was in Florida. My stepdad drove me and my mom into it. We went, we had comps. I was like, oh my God, this is so cool. It's my first friend that I get to see perform and doing something I love, and it's off Broadway. This is so cool. New World Stages used to be a movie theater. It's an underground theater. And the theaters themselves are so intimate. Everyone's like, oh, is it going to be a good seat? Is it going to be an icky seat? There is no bad seat in that theater. I literally did standing room for final show of Drag the Musical. Thank you to Tomas for that. And I could still see. That theater space has just upped their game so much. It's insanity. Heathers, Romeo and Michelle coming? Are you freaking kidding me? The Bazillion Bubble Show, whatever. It's fun. Drag, Rolling Thunder that's there right now.
Life and Slimes of Mark Summers, that was there.
Hello.
That was
I mean,
so fun. You literally got to play Double Dare.
Yes, I'm so jealous of all those people. So freaking jealous.
So cool.
And you got a signed playbill from that too, or stage light. Yeah. But it's like that theater has so many unique things, and then you're gonna put freaking Spelling Bee. Like, I just want to live there. Like, I think off Broadway is having such a resurgence, and it's so exciting. Like, I'm so excited. I'm genuine. That is theater to the core.
Teeth, that's right. Teeth.
Yep. Teeth was there. Mama, I'm a Big Girl Now was out there.
Now.
They still have
The Play That Goes Wrong.
Play That Goes Wrong. What else? Hold on. There's another show there, and I cannot remember. My brain is not functioning right. Hold on. Stand by. They have the longest running show. Oh my God. No, I can't think of it. Anyways, Amaze is there right now, which is from the West End. It's nuts. And their ticket prices are great. And guess what, guys? They participate in the 20 at 20, which if you don't know, look it up because it's literally 20 minutes before the show opens, like the curtain rises. Tickets are 20 freaking dollars.
Yeah, amazing.
Rent was there. Avenue Q was there. That place is so cool.
Yeah.
It's got a local theater vibe with some hella good talent and incredible shows. And I love going. Yes, Jeffrey, I was just saying Rolling Thunder is there. Like, so cool. But it's this resurgence of off-Broadway shows that's so important. Yeah, you can spend $300 or $400 for a ticket to a Broadway show and be happy. Go see an off-Broadway show for $50, $60, and see this like incredible cast of people who are truly doing it for the love of the show.
Yeah.
So support it. Well, yep. Olivia, if you don't live too far from New World, I'm just gonna come crash on your couch, my friend.
I really just have like one more bit of news.
Yeah.
And it's that Taylor Swift has a new album coming out. No, I'm just kidding. That's not the real news. The actual news is that Justin Time's new album came out.
I know. It's so good. It's so good. This show took them 8 years to put together.
Like, good for them. I'm so happy for them. It sounds amazing. It's so good. I'm just so happy for.
Now, I'm going to ask you this because you haven't had the opportunity to see the show.
Right.
How do you feel about the cast recording?
I think it's great. I think it's so fun. It like takes you back to like an era. It just like makes you. It's just like feel good music.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's what I love about it is it's the. Amber has disappeared. Amber, are you okay?
Yeah, I dropped something.
It looked like you just it's
Mom's there.
No, I was getting a video call that I really wanted to take. Stand by. That's made my heart skip a beat. Okay. Anyways, it's having this. It's a beautiful moment for a show that's taken the time to really put in the effort and has the right cast to it. I think that's important. All right, absolutely. Kids, we have hit our hour mark. Amber has done some really cool stuff, and she has loaded some of our new merch onto our Etsy shop. https://thebroadwayfanclub.etsy.com. Go see it. We've got Heather's stuff there. We've got Masquerade stuff there. We've got Avita, I think, as well. Yeah.
Avita, just in time.
Nice. Amazing. So go spend some money there. We also have some of our Broadway Cares Equity Fights AIDS bracelet, where $1 for each order goes directly to Broadway Cares Equity Fights AIDS. If you are looking for a place to stay somewhere in the theater district, can't talk. The W Times Square and the Westin Times Square offer us a nice discount. With cluster code E7103, they give a nice discount and waive your destination fees. Make sure you join all of your fan groups on www.thebroadwayfanclub.com. And yes, and to answer Jeffrey's question, Flea is September 21st. So I will see you guys there.
Perfect.
But appreciate you guys. Have a lovely rest of your Monday. I'm going to take this call. Amber, don't drop stuff on the floor. Go get yourself a butt cushion, and I'll talk to you later.
I'm going to go cry about Gypsy.
Are we going to delay again? Oh. And now I can't hear.
I'm crying about Gypsy.
You go cry
forever.
about Gypsy.
Bye.
And just remember, when Broadway's dark, we keep the ghost light burning as Amber is crying. Okay, that's creepy. Goodbye, everybody. See you next week.